electoral boundaries are really important.
They
we
are.
know this
Of
because
course
we
they are.
know that in Alberta they've been such an issue for so long, especially for urban areas that have felt like they are underrepresented by our population. As rural areas, the population shrinks there, but the boundaries haven't so much been redrawn. Now, we wondered, would there be any changes from the interim report, because there were two. You get the interim report from the Electoral Boundaries Commission in May, and then they put that all out to the public to say, what do you think about this? And then they basically came back with virtually the same results, right? They are like, same thing, heard the same thing, so yeah, this is what we're gonna go forward with. And I guess we should say that it includes a new riding for Edmonton, a new riding for Calgary, and a new riding for the Airdrie area. What it does, though, because they're not adding and proposing they weren't allowed to add extra seats in addition to the 83?
84. 87.
There's now 87 seats.
I'm sorry. I'm back in the Stelmach area.
Right.
Dinosaur that I am.
Because last time around they added 4 seats because Stelmach did not want to cut rural seats.
Yes.
So they just added more seats to the legislature.
So, and in reviewing Emma's story then, just to be clear, it'll make sure we know where there's going to be losses. There are 4 ridings in northeast Alberta: Lac-La-Biche, St. Paul, Two Hills, Athabasca, Sturgeon, Redwater, for Saskatchewan, Vegreville, and Bonnyville, Cold Lake that become 3. There's another conglomeration in central west Alberta that get merged. And then in eastern Alberta, places like Battle River, Wainwright, Cardston, Vermilion, Lloydminster, a couple others all get mashed into one, and they get redistributed so that there's one less.
Exactly. And I think part of the reason that this didn't get as much attention maybe is that because these are exactly the same recommendations. I mean, I already wrote a column when the recommendations came out. They're good recommendations. Is it ideal that we're going to have much larger ridings in the north? It isn't. I mean, let's be honest. Those are huge ridings to patrol and huge ridings to represent in terms of land mass. But if you're not going to add seats, this is the only fair way to stop the sort of rural gerrymandering. It has not been fair that ridings in rural Alberta, that fewer people send more representatives to the legislature. So, they had a whole complicated formula of, to try to keep it sort of in a cap of how many people per MLA, and they had a complicated formula, and they sort of had to cheat the formula in various places. But this is fairer for Edmonton and Calgary. It just is, because voters in huge suburban ridings in those 2 cities were basically voting at a discount.
Yeah.